For our money, Sir Alex Ferguson is the greatest manager of all time. What made the Scot so unique was his ability to build and rebuild teams. He was a fantastic man manager who got the best out of his players, whilst remaining ruthless when it came to overhauling a squad and occasionally frightening when it came to his infamous hairdryer treatment. The result was a whopping 38 trophies, including a record 13 Premier League titles, a club which hadn't won a league title for 19 years or a European Cup for 18 years prior to his arrival. A huge part of Ferguson's success was the large number of extremely talented players that he brought from the United youth teams into the first team setup, most famously in the case of the class of '92. Just as a note, as with our previous videos like this, these are Fergie's last 7 youth debutants, so only players who came through the United youth ranks count here, not the likes of David De Gea or Nick Powell. The competitions included are the Premier League, the Champions League, the FA Cup and the League Cup. Here are Sir Alex Ferguson's last 7 debutants. Where are they now? Scott Wootton, Plymouth Argyle. We start with both the least well-known name and the man currently playing at the lowest level in this 7. Scott Wootton was Sir Alex Ferguson's final debutant as Manchester United manager, starting in a 2-1 win in the League Cup against Newcastle United in September 2012. He made 3 further appearances for the Red Devils before being sold to Leeds United for £1 million in August 2013. A hard-working centre-back, Wootton often found himself playing at right-back during his 3 seasons at Leeds, before moving to MK Dons. Now aged 27, the former England under-17 international signed for Plymouth Argyle over the summer. Robbie Brady, Burnley. A talented and versatile left-sided player who is a good crosser of the ball, Robbie Brady signed for Manchester United on his 16th birthday. His debut, and only appearance in a Manchester United shirt, arrived 2.5 years later, also in that League Cup game against Newcastle. Brady then joined Hull City on loan for a second time before becoming Sir Alex's last sale, when he joined the Tigers in January 2013 on a permanent transfer. Brady impressed despite being relegated from the Premier League with both Hull and Norwich, remaining in the top flight despite his team's relegations on both occasions. Now at Burnley, the Republic of Ireland international only recently returned from a fairly lengthy layoff. Marnik Vermael, MVV Maastricht. Belgian youth international Marnik Vermael played alongside the likes of Thorgan Hazard and Michy Batshuayi in international youth football, but he has never won a full cap for Belgium's senior side. He made just 2 appearances in a Manchester United shirt before signing for Sheffield Wednesday in 2015. Vermael was a bit-part player at Hillsborough, playing a handful of games either side of a loan move away, and it's been a similar story since he signed for Preston North End in 2016. Paul Pogba, Manchester United. Despite being the only player in this 7 who is still at Manchester United, Paul Pogba has had a rather significant spell in Italy between his debut under Sir Alex Ferguson and his status as a first-team regular now. The incredibly gifted Frenchman left United shortly after he appointed Mino Raiola as his agent, with game time at a premium at Old Trafford. He established himself as a top-class, creative and goal-scoring midfielder in Turin before becoming the world's most expensive footballer at the time of his return to England. It's been a pretty bumpy ride since then, with Pogba impressing in spells but failing to consistently rank among the best players in the Premier League. Will Keane, Hull City. Will Keane was held in very high regard during his time in the youth ranks at Manchester United. He made his first appearance for the under-18s when he was just 14, and he followed in the footsteps of the likes of Ryan Giggs and Paul Scholes by winning the Jimmy Murphy Young Player of the Year award in 2010. Capped by England at every youth level, from the under-16s to the under-21s, there was little surprise when he made his debut in December 2011. 6 months later though, the youngster sustained a horrific injury, the first of 3 in his career to date, which has left his career looking rather precarious. Currently contracted to Hull City, he's failed to impress during his rare outings in the Tigers starting 11. Zeki Friars, Barnsley. Also highly thought of during his time at Manchester United, Zeki Friars was capped by England at 3 different youth levels, and he made 6 appearances in all competitions for United in the 2011-12 season. The Red Devils failed to tie the youngster down though, and he departed for Standard Liège, before joining Tottenham 6 months later. Reports suggested that the move angered Ferguson, since Friars' route to White Hart Lane left them with little in the way of compensation. Friars couldn't nail down a starting place with either Spurs or his next club Crystal Palace though, and he is now playing for Barnsley in League One. Tom Cleverley, Watford. A more familiar face to many football fans, it's easy to forget that Tom Cleverley actually looked very impressive when he first broke through at Manchester United. I can remember being at the 2011 Community Shield final at Wembley where Cleverley came on with United 2-0 down at half-time, and he was arguably one of the best players on the pitch as Fergie's men came back to win 3-2. His form really tailed off following Sir Alex's retirement though, and a couple of injuries, up until the point where his continued selection for England seemed purely based on the fact that he was a Manchester United player. Incredibly, now aged 29, Cleverley left Old Trafford for Everton in 2015, but he has been back at Watford for the last couple of seasons, where he previously impressed on loan in the 2009-10 campaign. So that's it for Hour 7. Thanks for watching, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications for more from us if you enjoyed the video, and you can now also follow us on Twitter for more ramblings from me. Our username is simply @HRTC7s.